Can you believe this guy? Path the Man. He says if you casually flirt with every woman you meet and greet random guys with a "what's up, bro" energy, you'll go far in life. Everyone's just a kid in adult body. They want compliments and connection. Be that guy and you'll never be broke or alone. As usual, we're going to decide whether you should bookmark this, keep it in the bank, sit down, or throw it in the trash and flush it down. Alright, if you like this type of content where it kind of improves yourself and we could have a little bit of fun joking around, then subscribe and like this video. Okay, back to the... Let's talk about this tweet. At first, I get why people like this. It's exciting. It makes life sound simple. Talk to people, be friendly, throw compliments, and boom, everything falls into place. It's easy to picture this working. Who wouldn't want that? Everyone wants friends, respect, and attention. Feeling liked makes life feel easier. But let's slow down a little and look close. Flirting and being friendly is not magic. It can help you connect, yes, but it's not the only thing that matters. Life doesn't reward charm alone. You could smile and joke with everyone, but if you never show honesty, respect, or reliability, people won't stick around. Compliments are nice, but they don't replace trust. The tweet also assumes that everyone just wants compliment and connection, and that's partly true. Humans like to feel noticed, but it's not the whole picture. People also want someone they can rely on, someone who listens, someone who follows through. You might be the guy who's fun to talk to, but if you never help anyone, never show care, eventually people notice. Connection works both ways. Another thing to think about, energy. What's up, bro? Energy is about being casual and calm. That's good. It signals you're comfortable and approachable. Energy can be fake, and if you try too hard to be the fun guy all the time, it gets tiring. People can tell when it's fake and it backs off. True energy comes being genuinely interested in people, not forcing charm just to get attention. Also, notice how the tweet talks about never being broke or lonely. That sounds amazing, right? But it's misleading. Being liked is not the same as being successful or financially stable. Social skills help, yes, but they need to be paired with effort, plan, and discipline. You can charm everyone around, but if you don't work on your skills, your goals, or your money, you won't magically succeed. Social energy opens doors, but walking through these doors takes work. Now let's make this practical. You can take the idea behind the tweet, connecting with people, and use it without going overboard. First, talk to the people with curiosity. Ask questions. Notice small things about them. Smile and be present. That's way more effective than pretending to flirt with everyone. People can feel the difference between someone who cares and someone who's just performing. Second, be consistent. You don't have to be the life of the room all the time. Just show up and be steady. Say hello to someone, offer a kind word, or check in with a friend. These small acts build connection more than exaggerated energy. Most relationships fail because people don't follow through, not because they didn't flirt. Third, balance. Be fun and approach, but also be serious when it matters. People respect someone who can handle both. You don't have to always be the fun guy. Sometimes listening, helping, or showing focus makes a bigger impact than jokes. Fourth, don't expect everyone to respond the same way. Some people will love your energy, some will ignore it, and some will misread it. That's okay. The goal is not to be liked by everyone. The goal is to connect with people who matter and grow relationships that last. That's how social energy becomes real power instead of empty charm. Finally, think long. Connections aren't just about the moment. Real friendship, trust, influence takes time. The guy in the tweet sounds like he's living in the now, which is fun, but real success in real life comes from being consistent, building credibility over months. That's why social energy plus effort beats social energy alone every time. And here's a tip for you. I talk a lot about building connection, confidence in ways that feel natural, not forced, not pickup trick, not flashy stunts, just clarity and real understanding of people. On my page, I break down how to use energy, kindness, presence to build relationship and feel more confident. Take what helps, leave what does. No pressure. Here's a small change. The next time you meet someone, a stranger, a friend, or a coworker, try this. Be genuinely curious. Smile, say hi. Notice something small about it. Don't overthink it. Just say whatever it is. Don't try to be this really just connect. Watch what happens. You'll find that small, honest energy often get better results than exaggerated. To sum it up, this tweet makes it bold. Flirt, smile, be friendly, and you'll never be broke. There's truth in connecting with people and showing positive energy, but it's only part of the picture. Real connection needs consistency, authenticity, effort, balance. Compliments and casual energy are tools, not magic. Let's talk about the trap this kind of advice can. And I'm not saying this to judge anyone because almost everyone falls for it at some. Easy to think being flashy or flirty instantly get you results. You see someone walk in the room, talk loud, joke everyone, seem popular right away. From the outside, it looks like life is just easier for them. So your brain connects the dots, says, oh, that's the answer. I just need to act like that. It makes sense. Our brains love simple cause and effect stories. Here's where real life steps. Most of us don't naturally move through the world with big energy. We default to safe, quiet, neutral. We observe more than we speak. We think before, and then we start beating ourselves up for it. We think something is wrong because we're not instantly charming, flirty, or anything. We turn a personality difference to a personal problem. There's the trick. Being quiet doesn't mean you're bored. Being calm doesn't mean weak. Being thoughtful doesn't mean lack calm. When advice like this gets repeated online, it can make you feel like you need to change who you are just to be accepted. Instead of building calm, it quietly creates pressure. Social media makes this work. You scroll and see clips of people who look smooth, funny, loved by everyone. You see short moments of charisma, not the full story. You don't see the awkward part, the bad day, or the effort took to get there. All you see is the highlight. Over time, casual charm starts to look like a secret formula that's keeping you away from success. So you try copy. You force yourself flirt when it doesn't feel. You try to be louder, funnier, more relaxed than you really feel. Sometimes it works for me. You get a laugh, a smile, a bit of tension, that feels good. But then energy drops and you feel tired. You wonder why you can't keep it up. That's because copying energy isn't the same moment. Another trap is using being liked with being successful. Being liked gives you your brain quick. You feel accept, but success built slowly. It comes skill, effort, consistency. You can be liked by everyone and still feel lost. You can be quiet and still build your own life. Popularity and progress are not the same thing, even though they often get up on. This is where a lot of people get stuck. They chase reaction instead of direction. They want laughs, smiles, and approval because those things easy to measure. You feel them right away. Real growth is quiet. It doesn't always feel good at first. Because it's slower, it can feel less exciting. When someone says, just be flirty and friendly, and you'll never be lonely, bro. It sounds like a short, but shortcuts often skip important steps. If you rely only on charm, you don't build patience. You don't build following. You don't build self-trust. You end up depending on how others react. Feel okay about yourself. Trying to mimic high energy all the time can also. You might start strong, but keeping that energy every day is hard. If you're not careful, you begin to feel like you act your line. You smile even when you're tired. You joke even when you're quiet. Over time, that drift. The trap isn't being friendly. The trap is thinking friendliness is the answer. Real confidence doesn't come from acting all. It comes from being okay when calm, quiet, unsure. It comes from knowing you don't format. When you accept your natural energy, use it better. Stop forcing moments. This doesn't mean you should never be playful or outgoing. It just means those things should be voiced, not things that you see online. When you bring energy because you want to. If you bring it because you feel like you have to, it doesn't work. So if you ever watch confident people online and thought, why can I be like all the time? You're not broken. You're just, most people feel this way at some point. The goal isn't to train yourself. The goal is to learn how to act way. Once you see the trap, you don't feel as pressure. You stop chasing a role and start building. That's when connection actually gets, not because you're flashy, but because you're on. That's the part that these tweets don't show. So you actually have to remember, you don't need to flirt or be overly charming with everyone. That idea sounds fun, but it also creates pressure. It makes social life feel like performance. Have to keep up. Real life, most strong connections don't start with words. They start with a simple thing, a calm hello, a question, a shared moment. You don't win people for being on all the time. You build trust by being. Connection doesn't require performance. It comes from present. Listen, you're actually paying attention to someone they feel. You don't have to say the perfect. You don't need jokes or compliment right. Sometimes just listening, nodding, responding honestly does more than any clever. People remember how you made them feel, not how smooth. A lot of people think confident means being loud, playful, but real confidence is quieter than that. It's about being steady and consistent. It's showing up the same way whether people are watching. You don't rush to impress. You don't shrink when tension. You're comfortable staying calm. That kind of confidence feels safer to others and safely builds next. Social success is often long-term. It's not about winning conversation. It's about being someone. It's about being someone who trusts. Trust grows when your action match. When you show up, when you say you will, when you treat people with respect, even when there's nothing to gain. Short-term charm can open doors, but relatability keeps them open. This matters because life is a series of interactions stacking over. The people who go far socially aren't always the charming ones in the room. They're the ones who are dependable, kind, clear. People want to know what they're getting with. When your energy is steady, people will lack around. Everyone's still learning. Even the people who look confident online are figuring things out as they go. No one has it all solved. The mistake is thinking you need to copy extreme behavior to succeed social. You don't need to flirt. You don't need to greet every stranger like that. You don't need a forced energy that doesn't feel natural. Instead, you can build a style that fits you. Maybe you're calm, maybe you're thoughtful, maybe you're playful in small moments instead of big. All of that works. The key is consistency. When people know what to expect from you, they feel comfortable. Comfort leads to connection. Connection leads to trust. Another helpful way to think about this is energy balance. If you're always giving out high energy, you eventually run out. If you pace yourself, you last long. You don't burn out socially. You don't feel fake. You stay present. So that's how you enjoy interactions instead of surviving. Being steady also means you don't chase every reaction. You don't need everyone to like you. You don't panic if someone doesn't respond the way you hoped. You stay grounded. That grounded feeling is what people often call calm, even though it doesn't look flashy. This reframe doesn't say the tweet is wrong. It just says it's incomplete. Yes, warmth and friendship helps. Yes, people want connection, but connection grows because when it's honest and sustainable, when it fits your personality, when it doesn't require acting. The strong social skills isn't flirting. It's being present without trying to impress. It's listening without planning your next line. It's showing up again and again in small ways. Those habits don't look exciting on social media, but they work in real life. So you don't have to kill your personality to succeed. You don't have to copy extreme. You don't have to perform. You can keep energy when it feels right and stay calm when it doesn't. That balance is what lets you thrive socially without losing yourself. And once you see that, social life gets lighter. You stop trying to be that guy and start being yourself. Just a little bit more open, a little more aware, and a lot more at ease. This idea isn't just about dating. That's the first thing people miss. When a tweet talks about flirting, confidence, and friendly energy, it sounds like it's only about getting girl. But the truth is, this is about human interaction. Every part of life runs on how we treat schoolwork, friendship, family, even strangers at store. All of it depends on how we think about it. When you see someone who smiles, listens, and treats you like you matter, feel better. You open up, you trust them back. That doesn't just happen dating. It happens when you meet a teacher who reminds you. It happens when you meet a teacher who remembers, a coworker who asks how your day was going, or a friend who checks in on you. You're really quiet. Connection is a basic human, not a dating trend. Networking works the same. People like to help people they feel comfortable. You don't need to be smooth or clever. You just need to be respectful and real. When you talk to someone like they matter, they remember. Over time, those small moments add up. One kind conversation can lead to another and another, and before you know it, you have a real relationship, not fake ones. Real friendships aren't built the same. They don't start with big speeches or perfect jokes. They start with shared time, honest, ask questions, listen to answer, showing up again. A lot of people think they need to impress others, keep friends, but most friends just want to feel safe and understood. They want someone who's there, not someone who always. Professional relationships also follow. At work, people notice how you treat. Do you listen when they speak? Do you respect their time? Do you keep your word? Being friendly helps, but being consistent helps. When people know that they can count on you, trust leads to opportunity, not overnight. overnight, but slowly and steadily. That's why energy, but not in the way people think. It's not about being loud or flirty, it's about being present. When you give someone your full attention, they feel seen. When you remember small details, they feel valued. When you treat them with respect, they feel safe. Those feelings matter more than charm. People respond better when you make them feel seen, valued, respect. This is true everywhere. At home, at school, at work, even with strangers. You don't need to say much. A simple, hey, how's it going? Said it with a real care can change the whole tone of the interaction. Tells the other person you matter. Over time, this kind of behavior compounds. This means it builds on itself. One good interaction leads to another. People start to explore. People start to expect good things for you. They feel comfort around you. They speak well of when you're not there. This doesn't happen from one moment of charm. It happens from many small moments of consistency. That's why this isn't a one-time game. You can just turn on charm for a day and expect life change. You can't just turn on charm for a day and expect life change. Real social skills grow with practice. Just like sports, music, or schoolwork, you try, you learn, you get better. Most importantly, you stay true to who you are. Social skills, like any others, you don't wake up great at it. You build it. You notice what works and what doesn't. You learn when to speak and when to listen. You learn how to be kind without being fake. You learn how to set boundaries without being. All of that takes time. It also has to match character. If you try to act like someone not, people can feel it. It feels off. But when your actions match your values, your confidence grows now. You don't feel tired of pretending. You don't feel nervous about being found out. You feel calm because you're yourself. That's the bigger lesson hiding inside. Life rewards people who understand humans, not people who chase attention. Attention fades fast. Respect lasts long. Connection built on honesty is longer. Connection built on honesty is stronger than connection built on performance. So yeah, being friendly helps. Yes, warmth opens doors, but the real wins comes from how you treat people over time, how you listen, how you show up, how you stay consistent even when there's nothing to gain. When you focus on that, dating improves, friendship grows, work gets easier. Not because you're flirting with everyone, but because you've learned how to connect without losing. So, should you bookmark this, put it in the bank, or should you throw it in the trash, flush it down the toilet? I think this one, depending on your situation, if you are someone who has tried over and over again and actually tried, not just one person, try to talk to many girls and it's not working, try it out. I think it's something that you could bookmark. But let's say this is something that you've never even tried and you just think it works because a lot of people on TikTok and social media are showing you how to cold approach and stuff like that. Don't throw it in the trash, flush it down. This is the wrong mentality. If you've ever felt like this topic is really complicated because you hear too many people give different type of takes, I get it. I've studied this for a very long time and I've tried it out and I can explain to you pretty easily. But first,